If you look right here, this is my derailleur hanger. And if you look right here, you can see that it's bent. Now that is nobody's fault but mine and my own clumsiness. It needs to be straightened back out before the gears and so forth will work properly. You can see how badly it's torqued right there. Now, these are sacrificial pieces. They're made to be replaced, and I have a new one that I am going to put on there, but I'd like to straighten that one out so I have a good viable spare. They make tools that allow you to bend that back into position. I've looked for them, and they are anywhere from $50 to $150 for one of those things. And it's a tool that so far in my life I have never yet needed. And you can tell by my high-tech bike stand, I'm not likely to spend that much money on something I rarely use. And if you take a minute or two looking at one of those tools, you realize that's not going to be difficult to make, and it's cheap. This thing here, I've got about $4 in. Fortunately, I had a piece of 3/4 square tube left over from a previous project. I had to go get this bolt. It's 10 millimeter by 1 millimeter pitch, and hang on to your hats. That bolt is $2.89 for that little 2.5 inch bolt. And you have to go to a couple of different hardware stores to even find one. But them's the breaks. What I've done is drilled a hole through here that 3/8 is as close as you're going to get. I don't have metric bits. So 3/8 I've opened up, and then just with a couple of spins of my reamer, I've opened that bore up so that it just fits in there and is very taut without any slop in it, which is really important. Then these washers right here, on the inside of those washers, I put a little grease to make them spin easy, a nut to keep it where I wanted, and a lock nut to make sure that it stays right there. Like I said, about $4 in that thing, and I am going to straighten out my derailleur hanger. Okay, I'm going to stop here a second, and just to let you know, you need a drill press to make this bore. It's incredibly important that the bore is exactly perpendicular. If it's not, the accuracy of this tool will render it just, well, it'll be useless. So if you don't have a drill press or access to a drill press, stop, go home, make another plan. You really have to have that bore perpendicular. Okay, so it's on there, and you can see just how tweaked that is, not only top to bottom, but fore and aft. You can see just how far off this thing is after my major mess up. So I'm going to start taking care of that. Now, what you're going to notice on these tools, or what you need to notice on these tools, is some kind of way to measure it from here to there. I'm just going to use a regular square. That's good enough for me. If I get it within a 1/16 of an inch, I'm going to be happy. And there's my tool, ready to go to work. Okay, now looky there. That thing is straight. Well, not exactly straight. From here to here, there is 1/16 out. I am not going to worry about that. 1/16 up here is near nothing down here. So we are there. I have a straightened hanger that I'll be able to use as a spare. I'm happy about it, and it cost about $4. Okay, now looky here. Look how straight that thing is now. And I am back in business. In fact, I'm so much back in business, I have not adjusted the high-low limit. I have not adjusted any of the indexing. It's right back where it needed to be. I have a little hang up there between 5 and 6. It takes a couple of revolutions to get from one to the other. But I don't use 5 and 6, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's so straight in there. I think I'm going to leave it this way and save the new one if I ever need it again. Because this thing, it is a sacrificial piece. It's made out of aluminum. I don't think I'll be able to bend it too many times without cracking it. But here I am back in business. And as I like to say, another job well done. And it's well done because of this little tool I made, which I'm pretty happy about. In fact, I'm so happy about it, I think I'm going to break this thing down, clean it up, sand it down, paint it, and keep it around for should I ever need another one. I like it. Good job.